Welcome guys, welcome to Know Your Alpha. Today we are going to discuss about how LLMs like ChatGPT work. So how actually ChatGPT works? When once you give the prompt in the window, it takes the prompt. Like for example, say you want to know about how photosynthesis works. After you give this particular sentence as your input, the LLM it immediately converts your input into tokens. So what is a token? A token is a word or a subword. In this particular sentence, explain how photosynthesis works. The LLM immediately converts the particular sentence into tokens, like explain how photosynthesis works. So five tokens are created over here. So this token can be a word or a subword. So what is the difference between word and a subword? Say for example, explain is a word. It is immediately converted into that particular word into a token. Say for example, photosynthesis. This is a one particular word, but it has converted into two tokens like photo and synthesis. So the token can be a word or a subword. So these tokens are then converted into numbers, which the model understands. Like your input, explain how photosynthesis works. They are converted into numbers like 136207032834104510413. After that, once it is done, the model processes the tokens. So the input tokens go through transformer layers. So the transformer is an architecture in this LLM. So it understands context. Thanks to the attention mechanisms that are developed, it tries to understand the context of what you are asking. After that, it builds internal representations of what you are asking. Once it is done, it will do the prediction. That is next token generation. The model predicts the next most likely token. Based on your input sentence, it will just see what will be the next immediate token. So it will consider your input and what is already generated. It repeats this process token by token to build the response. Once the output tokens are generated, they're converted back into words. So your output initially you will have the output tokens like 2834971834924432. Like this, once these output tokens are generated, they are converted back into the words. Like photosynthesis is a process by which you'll get the answer, like that completely. So response is written to you. You can see this response in natural language. So let's see this with another example. So the question here is what I need to learn to be more valuable in this year in the context of layoffs. Say for example, layoffs are happening. You just want to know if you want to be valuable to the market, like what you need to learn. So once this particular sentence is inputted into the prompt, inputted as prompt, immediately it will be converted as tokens. See for example here what I need to learn. If you just see the first column, you can just observe the words. Immediately they are converted into tokens. Once the tokens are converted, immediately they are converted into token ID. So the number is generated. Your particular sentence, what you want to ask, it is just converted into tokens, and an ID which is nothing but a number is generated for that. After that, once these numbers are generated, they will be passed through the model, to the transformer layers. So the transformer uses self-attention mechanism to figure out the relationship between the words. First, it will just see what context this particular input is in, like in the context of layoffs. So it will try to build the key phrase over here. Once it is done, the semantic understanding is built, like in the context of what this input is there. In this particular sentence what we have inputted, we are just asking in the context of layers what you want to learn. So like job market trends, skill demands. So it builds a semantic understanding. So it will come to know exactly what you are really asking. So how do I stay relevant in a tough job market? Once this context is built, immediately it will try to just draw some of the knowledge from its training data, which is just available in books, articles, career blogs, tech news, etc. And also your tone in which you're asking, like in the context of uncertainty, career planning, growth mindset. So you want to know what skills and knowledge will make you more valuable this year. So you're concerned about layoffs. So it builds this context. Immediately it will generate the next token. So the model generates a response one token at a time. So for each token, it calculates the probabilities for all next possible tokens. So the next possible token may be 2. So it will try to establish one probability for that. So the next token, it can be U. So it will try to build a probability for that. So the next token can be in. It will try to build a probability for that. So the next token can be there. It will try to build a probability for that. Once all the probabilities are formed, So the one with the most highest probability will be taken to the output. So when once similarly for all the words, it is that the probabilities are generated, you will have the IDs. And once the IDs are generated for the outputs, immediately they'll be converted back into readable text. So you want to know in the context of layoffs, like how do you want to be more valuable? Then finally you will get an output like to be more valuable during a time of layoffs, focus on high demand skills like data analysis, AI, cybersecurity, and communication. Also learn adaptability and problem solving, as these are key traits that employees look in uncertain times. Like that, you'll be having the output. So what actually happens over here is like initially it will take your input. From there, the tokenizer converted into tokens. From there, it will move through the transformer layers. After that, the next token prediction is done, and once again, it is decoded back into text, and a final response is given to you. So, guys, this is how ChatGPT works behind the scenes. So, AI will not replace you, but a person using AI will surely. So, thanks for watching. Do come to this particular space to just learn more. Goodbye.